What up, y'all? What up, y'all? How y'all doing? This is Coach Juice, Carlos, aka the coach, the teacher, the uh, what else? Entrepreneur, the father, man of Christ. What else do I get? Big guy, Debo. I get a lot of titles, but nonetheless, how y'all doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. Just wanted to come on here because everybody wants me to go live. Everybody wants to see who they're talking to. But yeah, this is me in person. I'm in the office. Um, as y'all know or been following my story, um, I got laid off probably about 6 months ago. I want to say 6 months ago. Um, it was unfortunate, but it happens, right? If I have anything to to say to any of y'all, right, it's gonna happen, right? And if it when it does happen, always have a backup plan, right? This is where Good Steward Systems Groups comes from. It's a business that I started. It's an IT business, basically doing what I did in my 15 years in the IT space, and just yeah, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie, right? A lot of people on the net, on Facebook and whatnot, present being an entrepreneur, actually having a business, no overhead. It's hard because when you start your business, you're everybody in your business, right? You're the guy that takes out the trash. You're the guy that implements processes. You're the guy that runs operations. You're the accountant. You're every legal aspect of your business. You're everything essentially for this business, right? Which they don't teach you in school. Well, at least I didn't get that. I learned everything through my experiences at work, right? So, in a nutshell, no matter what what life throws at you, you got to remember seek God first. Always seek the kingdom first, no matter what. A good way that helps me become better at who I am is I like to read scriptures, and then if I don't know what the scripture is about, I usually pray about it, and then seek wisdom through the Bible, right, through the truth. Now, again, I don't discourage any other religious faith, right? Because I think everybody should have their own religious faith. So with that being said, I'm open to everybody, right? Um, to that point, and what we just discussed regarding my layoff. So, as far as that, some of y'all know I had surgery on my knee. So I've been out of commission roughly a year. I'm back, right? I'm back on the court, back to coaching. Now I got to go through another journey, right? Trying to get myself back into basketball shape for fall season. With that being said, yeah, I will probably be more vocal online. A lot of people have been asking me, to do a formal video for everyone so I can introduce you to my business, introduce you to some of the things I'm working on, my micro book business as well. I actually have a vision board that's on the other side of this door. Maybe one day I'll post that so y'all can have a look of how I put my vision board together and how you could possibly put a vision board together. With that being said, yeah, man, I'm an open book. Anybody, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything that you want to talk about regarding life, parenthood, being a coach, if you're interested in that, running your own business, and then essentially working with other business owners to be able to service other businesses, right? My business actually services other businesses, which is a good thing, and it allows me to practice what I've been doing for years for myself. That was essentially what was what is it called? That was the resolution to my layoff, right? I don't want to go through no layoff again, right? And it was unexpected. So, all them years of college, all them years of high school, all them years of education did not prepare me for my layoff. And yes, it hurts. It hurts, especially when you have a family. It hurts when you have obligation, bills. You got people looking at you and saying, it hurts in a sense, pride, right? As a man, you don't want to go through nothing like this. You don't want your kids and family members to know that you went through this. But for me, I know I don't live by pride, right? I overcome a lot of my obstacles, and I've overcome a lot of my obstacles, all because I had confidence in myself, which you should also have confidence in yourself because you are who you are, right? Nobody should ever tell you who you're not, or nobody should ever give you guidance on they how they think of you. Let me make this make sense. Hold on, let me rewind this because I'm tongue tied right now. Let me slow down. So basically, what I'm saying is, don't allow others to impart their failures upon to you to make you feel that you're also a failure, right? No matter where you're at in life, one thing I advise people, and not even myself, just as a coach, right, is in order for you to get the trust of others, you have to have trust in yourself, right? Never look at anything, and I'm not saying yes, we're gonna go through different issues through life, right? Um, but at the end of the day, failure is just stepping stones to where you want to go. So you have to fail somewhere along the line in order to live your truth, which I always tell people, try to live your truth, right? As much as you can. Of course, we're all humans, right? So not everybody, what I'm saying, is has came to terms with that. But I've come to terms with that, right? And when I run into people, I usually try to seek the truth, right? Because I want to be able to trust you, and in order for me to trust you, I have to seek the I have to seek the truth out of you, right? And it goes for myself. I would expect the same, especially as a business owner. You come across all kinds of individuals, but you still have to be professional. You still have to maintain composure. You have to understand what the solution is for the problem they're having, or how do you bring value to them, right? And that's something that they talk about a lot within the Bible. For some of y'all that read it and some that don't, it's one of the biggest characteristics that really stands out for me as a believer is being able to serve. That's particularly a specialty for me, is being able to serve people um, in the way God ordered us to do. Um, but other than that, I mean, like I said, this journey is gonna be fun. If you know me, you get and you've been in my life for a long time. This is gonna be an exciting rodeo. I will say that this is definitely not easy. Don't take the advice of people that's on the internet. I'm 38 years old, so I have 38 years of experience. Not particularly in my life, it's a little different than everybody else's, right? So my experiences that I'm going to share with you guys is a totally different than your experiences. But whatever you take out of what I tell you about me, and it helps you to be who you are, kudos, because I think life is like that. Sometimes you have to listen to someone else's story to realize that your story is not as bad as you thought it was. You just need that person, that personal connection with someone that's like, dang, he's going through something similar to that I've been through, and he's overcoming. Um, and I think that's one of the good things that I enjoy about uh, networking, talking to people, being a resource, being able to help people. I think that's what's guided me to where I'm at now, because I've seen so much bad stuff and so many things that were that essentially would probably put me on the depression side of life, right? But I don't I don't quite believe in that. If that makes sense, I think everything that happens to me or happens to anyone around me is for a reason, and I'm not saying that it's good or bad, right? It just happens. It's going to happen, and when it does happen, we just got to be prepared for it. And if we're not, we have to be spiritually prepared for it. Um, But with that being said, it's a pleasure, what I'm saying, for some of y'all that are on my live. I mean, well, some of y'all that are watching this or will see this in the future. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys in reality. I'm looking forward to building with you guys um, and collabing. Like I said, I'm an open book, transparent. Um, like I said, trust is the biggest factor for me. And yeah, just reach out, man. I'm not nobody. I'm just a regular old dude. You will see a lot of stuff about coaching in my space. You will see a lot of things about business in my space. I might start dabbling in some IT stuff in the future. And yeah, essentially maybe some investment opportunities. Yeah. So yeah, let me in your world. I'll let you in mine. And again, thank you for your time. And I hope this gets to my people. And that means all of you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for, reaching out. Because sometimes us guys and females, so, we all need somebody, right? Whether it be somebody on the other side of this camera or someone right there next to you. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. And with that being said, this is Carlos with the Bible with Carlos. And I don't know why I'm looking down here. I guess maybe I'm so camera shy. But yeah, it was a good time. Y'all take care. Peace.